Monday, June 7th, 2021. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Prince. Now, Prince, Prince was woke. This is what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Prince was woke. So, let me tell y'all how I know Prince was woke. I think it was the Tavis Smiley show. And I don't think people were into spirituality then. But if you didn't know Prince was woke, then you missed out on the hint. But on the Tavis Smiley show, I think it was in 2007, he was talking to Tavis about his childhood and how he was epileptic when he was born.
I've never spoken about this before, but I was born epileptic. And I used to have seizures when I was young. And my mother and father didn't know what to do or how to handle it, but they did the best they could with what little they had. And my mother told me one day I walked into her and said, Mom, I'm not going to be sick anymore. And she said, why? And I said, because an angel told me so. Now, I don't remember saying it. That's just what she told me. And from that point on, I've been having to deal with a lot of things, getting teased a lot in school. And, early in my career, I tried to compensate for that by being as flashy as I could and as noisy as I could.
And at the age of 7, I think it was 7, he told his mom that angels told him that he wasn't going to be sick anymore. And it was like, oh, Prince had angels around him, guarding him, guiding him. I was like, yep, on that show, he definitely from the time he was a little boy, he definitely was protected by angels. And I was like, yeah. Now, all throughout his career, Prince has always been spiritual. That's why you always saw him changing looks, changing his name, changing his bands, changing bodyguards. And nobody seems to get this. Because Prince was woke, he had to change the people he was around. It was like people that give off certain kind of vibes. And I bet Prince was a high vibrational being. He was a high vibrational being. I bet he was. That's why he always changed people. And people never knew why he fired them or why he did what he did to them. Is because they didn't know this. They didn't know that. They didn't know that Prince was being guided to, seek more high vibrational beings or seek people who are more into God. Why do y'all think he worked with Sheila E., Shelby J., Liv Warfield, Candy Doffler, Elisa? I do not want to butcher her last name. Filior. It's she was in the band with Liv and Shelby with the MPG and all that. The MPG band orchestra. Why do you think he worked with them so long? They're high vibrational beings because they learned that from him. Why do you think he worked with people so long? They learned that from him. Sheila E. is a high vibrational being. She radiates love and compassion and she praises God. It's a high vibrational being. And you got to know that. You got to know that. Yeah, she's a high vibrational being. And the reason why he had to change bodyguards, people that work for him, hairstylists and stuff, is because he was going up on different levels. His vibration was rising. And if you all didn't notice, his name changed into the symbol. That was the peak of his spirituality. That was how he learned so much about himself. He learned so much about vibration and more about loving himself, loving people, and accepting who he is and what he came here to do. So I tell you, I think he's already had his awakening. He probably already had a different type of awakening, and his purpose, I think he found his purpose was music. He found his outlet through music. He found, you know, peace when writing, because writing music is like a journal. That's how he was able to connect with himself and connect with God or whoever it was that he was, you know, saying his was his savior or his source. So yeah, most people don't understand that he had to change people, evolve, grow with people, teach different people, and just teach them different aspects of themselves, which is why he changed bands, which is why he dropped uh, solo albums, and which is why he formed his last group, girl group, Third Eye Girl. And I think many people, because they associate the people that had careers after Prince or got careers during while they were with Prince. Y'all know what I'm trying to say? They associate them as having a career because of Prince. And I like to say, just because Prince put them on does not mean that Prince was a leverage for them people. Okay, lots of people are using Prince's name, but let me tell you why Prince started the band and dropped them like that. It's because he wanted them to find their own careers. I forgot to mention that he wanted them to find themselves in their creativity, because he knew that they couldn't hold on to him forever and he couldn't hold on to them forever. You know what I'm saying? He can't keep going with the same people without them realizing their inner power, their inner creativity. And that's what he did. He went inside himself during his solo career, during his time off. He went inside himself and he found himself. He found his creative point, his creative peak, hence the change name to the symbol. Okay? And then after the symbol, after, learning what he had to learn, after getting his master's back, he felt free. He felt free. He felt like himself again. He felt like he could be Prince again after learning what he had to learn. Yeah, there is so much I can talk about how Prince was woke and nobody noticed. There's so much, but I'm gonna keep this video kind of short, but not kind of long either, cause I can't edit that much on here. But yeah, Prince was definitely woke. The name change, the inner transformation, the outer transformation, the love for God, that is all Prince was doing. He was just helping people find themselves and find their inner creativity. If y'all don't believe me, look at people like Morris Day. Again, Sheila E. Anyone that still has a career after Prince did not hold on to them. Prince may have wrote songs for them and stuff, but he did not work with them to the end. He left them so they could find their own careers, so they can be their own people. And that's what people don't realize. And the bodyguards, like I said, like the bodyguards and the hairstylists and other people he just dropped and worked with for one time, that was only for in the moment. That was only because they were not high vibrational beings. It was something about them that, had to be worked on that they didn't work on themselves. Like, they had to find themselves. And Prince found, like I said, he found himself. And I know he has transitioned, and today is his birthday, by the way, you guys. Today is his 63rd birthday. So that's why I did this video. And I wanted people to know that Prince was woke, and he had to go through transitions in life and find himself and, just learn like everyone else. And people are saying how he behaved was like narcissistic. No, it was not narcissistic. Everything Prince done on stage, whether it looked kind of disrespectful or not, I bet you it was rehearsed. It was rehearsed. He rehearsed all of that. Prince has a unique sense of humor. If you don't understand Prince's sense of humor, then you don't understand anything about him. Which means you need to understand stuff about yourself. Just because you know yourself, you don't know yourself fully. So, Prince had a really unique sense of humor. He came off kind of bossy. He came off as a control freak, yada, yada, yada. Not the point. Prince was woke, and he was trying to get people to see their own creativity and look inside themselves and find themselves. Point blank, period. I rest my case on Prince. Y'all, it is raining and I got to go. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to talk more about Prince, hit up my comments and I will definitely talk to y'all some more about Prince. If you would like to know why or more reasons why I think he was woke, then comment, like, subscribe, and I will see y'all in another video.